ज्ञानानन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा. So welcome to the Sri Namastaka series of discussion on these 8 verses glorifying the holy name. Up till now, in the last 2 classes, we first discussed Srila Prabhupada's quotations on Sri Namashtaka, especially the Bhagavatam verse, Prahlad Maharaj prayers, and then few verses from the Chaitanya Charitamrita where Prabhupada has quoted the Namashtaka first verse. We saw that. In yesterday's class, we saw, yes, this is the glory of the Nam, but what about the experiencer who's experiencing this Nam? So we saw in that context Narad Muni's experience of Nam, how when he takes the name, immediately the Lord reflects in his heart, the mirror of the heart, and he appears. So Narad Muni is able to penetrate into the presence of the Lord. So that we saw. And then we went into the introduction of Sri Namashtaka given by Vidwan Gaurang Prabhu. And we saw that Rupa Goswami composed not only great works, but songs and prayers glorifying Radha and Krishna. And this was compiled by Jiva Goswami with the title Stavamala. Raghunath Das Goswami's song compositions are called as Stavavali. Vishnu Chakra Thakur's is, I think it is Stavamrit Lahari. Stava Amrit Lahari, waves of nectar of glorification, Stava. And in that, Samsara Davanala is one of them, which we every day morning sing. And he placed it at the end because of the principle Madhurena Samapayet. And it also shows that it is on the end and the importance of it. And later on, Vishwanath Chakra Thakur's disciple Baldev Vidyabhushan commented on these 8 verses, and later Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote simple Bengali explanations. In fact, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's simple Bengali explanations are, in one sense, you can say, they are in the form of songs which come in the Gitavali, which is called as the Namastaka. These are the songs. So that is there. Yesterday we discussed. So today we will begin actually with the Namashtaka verse 1, but not exactly verse 1. Baldev Vidyabhushan writes invocation prayer to the Namashtaka. And after today, we will be only discussing that invocation. And then in the next series of classes, we'll actually begin with each of the texts of Sri Namashtaka. Today, we will recite the first verse. And as part of the exercise, you'll also have to remember these verses, because these prayers are to be chanted every day when uh, you chant, you begin a chanting of the holy name. So we offer our praise to Prabhu. So today we will recite the first verse, but today we will take up the invocation. As I was mentioning yesterday, that there is the Sanskrit commentary on Sri Manamashtaka by Baldev Vidyabhushan, and there is the Bengali explanation by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We will be seeing the Sanskrit transliteration and the translation with annotations, and the Bengali translation and annotations. Will not be going to the actual Sanskrit and actual Bengali because nobody understands it. But we'll see the transliteration of it. Okay. So this is the invocation uh, prayer before Baldev Vidyabhushan begins his commentary. Shri Krishna Namne Namo Nama. So his offering is Namo Nama is also spoken in a state of ecstasy, and Nama Nama it has come twice. So it is repeated obeisances. Unto whom? Not Krishna. Krishna Namne. Unto the holy name of Sri Krishna. So Baldev Vidyabhushan offers his obeisances, not just obeisances, repeated obeisances to the holy name. Yes, let us recite this invocation verse of Baldev Vidyabhushan. Namabhasena te yogi mriga muktisyaadityahuramnaya vachah tadbhakyatre mayamisha pradadyaha swasmin bhaktim nadikam tvat prayache. The statements of the Vedas, Amnaya Vachaha, affirm that Syad Ityahur, they say or affirm, the liberation, Mukti, sought by the yogis, Te Yogi Mriga, can be had even by a reflection of your holy name. Nama Beya Bhasa Enapi. Here, right in the invocation verse, Baldev Vidyabhushan is bringing out the potency of the holy name. Mukti, which is sorted by the yogis and the jnanis, is just attained by a mere reflection of the holy name. That is the glory of the holy name. And this also uh, is being established by the Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur in his conversation which happened in that assembly of Govardhan Majumdar and Hiranya Majumdar. That famous conversation that, and he was severely countered there by Gopal Chakravarti. How can you say that yogis and jnanis who millions of years or many, many lifetimes do severe sadhana to attain liberation? You are saying just by namabhas you can attain, but that is the glory of the holy name. So the statement of the Vedas, this is the statement of the Vedas that affirm that liberation sought by the yogis can be had even by a reflection of your holy name. Namabhasenapi. O Lord Isha, please bestow upon me Mayam Pradadhya, a propounder of that teaching, Tad Bhakyatra. That teaching means that teaching of the Vedas, devotional service unto yourself. Swasmin Bhaktim. Here Baldev Vidyabhushan is not praying that, bestow upon me pure devotion, liberation. No, bestow upon me devotion, because only by Shuddhanam you can attain prema and attain the Lord. So he's saying, bestow upon me devotional service. I do not beg, na prayache. Yachana means to pray. Prayache means, it's a prefix. Anything else from you. Adhikam tvat. I don't pray anything else. So this is the verse translation. Kindly don't type any messages in the chat box except if the audio is not working. That distracts the whole discussion. And if you have any questions, you can raise your hands. Only if the audio or there is some technical problem, then only please type in the chat box. Otherwise, don't use the chat box. So what is it saying? Yeah. Nadikam. I don't, desire anything else. I do not beg anything else. Na prayache. So this is the invocation verse composed by Baldev Vidyabhushan. This is not what Rup Goswami has composed in Namastaka. Please remember that. Okay. And then he says, Bhagavan Nama Stauti Nikhala Ityadibi. Shri Rupa Goswami now glorifies Stauti. Stuti means, glorification. The holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan Nama, with the text beginning Nikhila, Nikhila Ityadibi. So that is the first verse. And now this invocation verse, which Baldev Vidyabhushan has composed, he himself gives an explanation, and there is an explanation or a commentary, you can say, and an explanation by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That is what we'll be seeing today. Okay, there's a footnote. This prayer teaches us the mood with which to chant the holy names of Lord Krishna. It also indicates the qualification of a genuine chanter, absolute faith in the teachings of the Vedas, that the holy name can easily give the chanter liberation from birth and rebirth. What to speak of lower goals such as dharma, artha, and kam. So this is the footnote added by the translator Vidwan Garam Prabhu, that what is the mood in this prayer? The mood in this prayer is that we should have absolute faith in the teachings of the Vedas, and the Vedas proclaim that mukti is easily attained by namabhas. So that is the kind of faith we should have. Okay, let's go into the commentary of 1 minute. Let's go into the commentary of Baldev Vidyabhushan. There is a commentary of Baldev Vidyabhushan on this. Oh, there's no commentary, Baldev Vidyabhushan. It's only an explanation. Yeah, Baldev Vidyabhushan has not commented on his own verse. He's just translated it, the verse. But there is an explanation by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay. There's no commentary exactly written by Baldev Vidyabhushan. There's only an explanation by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Let's see. Now again, this is Bengali transliteration. Kali Yuga Pavan Avatar Apar Kripa Padavar Shrimad Godrum Duripe Sanyas Kariya Jagat Sarvatra Harinam Prachar Karila Chele Kari Achelena. This is Bengali. After taking sannyas, sannyas kariya, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the moon of Godrum, Pavan Avatar Srimad Godrum Chandra Sannyas, the incarnation purifying the age of Kali, Kali Yuga Pavan Avatar, Apara Kripa, and an ocean of boundless compassion. Preach the holy name of Hari all over the world. Jagat Sarvatra Harinam Prachar Karila Chain. So Mahaprabhu, the moon of Gaudurim, who is the incarnation purifying the age of Kali and is the ocean of mercy, preach the holy name all over the world. Note, how did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preach the holy name of Hari all over the world? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains it in next. So this statement what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is making, he's saying that Mahaprabhu preached all over the world, but how did he do that? He gives an explanation. प्रभु स्वयं श्री पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्रे बसिया उत्कल ओ दक्षिणात्य वासादिके परमार्थ वितरण करेना. Residing in Shri Purushottam Kshetra, Purushottam Kshetra Basiya, the Lord personally distributed. Prabhu Swayam, the supreme wealth, Paramartha Vitran Karena of spiritual life to the residents of Odisha and South India. Utkal or Dakshinate. So Utkal refers to Orissa. And we know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went 6 years in his South India tour. So that's how Mahaprabhu spread the glories of the holy name himself. Now here Purushottam Kshetra refers to Jagannath Puri and Utkal means Odisha or Orissa. Bangladesha, Srimad Nityananda Prabhu ओ श्रीमद अद्वैत प्रभु के नाम ओ भगवत तत्व प्रकाश करिबार अधिकार प्रदान करेना. He granted the authority, अधिकार प्रदान करेना, to reveal the holy name and the truths concerning the Supreme Personality of Godhead. नाम ओ भगवत तत्व प्रकाश करिबार in Bengal to Sriman Nityanand Prabhu and Sriman Advait Prabhu. Bangladesha, Sriman Nityanand Prabhu or Srimad Advait Prabhu ke. So Bangladesh refers to Bengal. So in Bengal, Mahaprabhu empowered and gave the authority to preach the Nama Tattva, Bhagavad Tattva to Nityanand Prabhu and Advait Acharya. So this is how in Bengal Mahaprabhu spread. Then पाश्चात्य भूमिते शुद्ध भक्ति ओ नाम महिमा प्रचार करिबार जन्य श्रीमद रूप सनातन आदि गोस्वामी वृंद के प्रेरणा करेना. He sent the Goswamis headed by Sriman Roop and Sanatan, Sriman Roop Sanatan Adi, to propagate pure devotional service, Shuddha Bhakti, and the glory of the holy name, O Nama Mahima Prachar, in the lands to the west of Bengal. Paschat Bhumite. So, in the west of Bengal is Paschat Bhumite here. But we also know that in the Prabhupada's prayers to the spiritual master, Prabhupada, what we pray, Nirvisheshwanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. In the entire Western world, it is Prabhupada who spread Mahaprabhu's glories. So Mahaprabhu's empowered avatar, Shaktavish avatar, Prabhupada is. So this also applies to Prabhupada. Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhura Agya Labh Karya Shri Dham Vrindavane Avastita Hoya Shuddha Nam Shuddha Bhakti O Shri Nam Mahima Prachara Kari Achalen. Having obtained the Lord's order, Prabhur Agya, Shri Rupa Goswami settling in Sridham Vrindavan. Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhura Shri Dhama Vrindavan Avastita. Preach the pure chanting of the holy name. Please mark this. Hoya Shuddha Nam, Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service, and the glory of the holy name. Shri Nam Mahima Prachar Kariya Chale. So, if we want to come to this platform of what is Shuddha Nam, we need to know Nam Mahima. And that is what we are doing in this Sri Namashtaka seminar. The more we understand Nam Mahima, then we can know what exactly is Shuddha Nam. So, Rupa Goswami, situated in Vrindavan Dham, preached pure chanting of the holy name, pure devotional service, and the glories of the holy name. These three things. And this statement of Bhaktivinoda Thakur is 100% equally applicable to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, based on the order of Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami, was situated in Vrindavan Dham, and he preached the pure chanting of the holy name and pure devotional service and the glories of the holy name all over the world. Okay. Say Nam Rasacharya Goswami Pravara E Nama Mahima Ashtaka Rachana Karena. Today, I will sing to you those 8 verses on the glory of the holy name that Acharya of the Rasa of the holy name, the best of the Goswamis, Taha Adya Apnara Nikata Ami Gan Karitache, Kripa Purvak Shravana Karata Shri Hari Namera Mahima Anubhav Karuna. Please hear Kripa Purvaka Shravana Karata and experience the glory of the holy name of Hari. Anubhav Karuna. Anubhav, experience Shri Namera Mahima. So that is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is requesting us. Okay, there's a footnote. Note, Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela chapter 1 describes how Srila Rupa Goswami's position as the Acharya of the Rasa of the holy name was recognized by Lord Chaitanya. Haridas Thakur and other associates, when they heard a verse composed by him on the sweetness of the holy name. So yesterday we discussed that, Tunde Tundavalim. So even Mahaprabhu admitted, I have never heard such experience and glorification of the holy name as it is coming from the mouth of Rupa Goswami. So Rupa Goswami is our Rasacharya. And we are Rupanugas. And Prabhupada, right in the introduction or the preface to Upadeshamrit, he begins with his statement, the Krishna conscious movement is conducted under the direction of Srila Rupa Goswami. Prabhupada makes it very clear. So Rupa Goswami is our Rasacharya. And Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari. And he intimately assist Radha and Krishna in their Madhurya pastimes. And Rupa Manjari has come in the form of Rupa Goswami in this world. And you can imagine Rupa Manjari is experiencing this rasa of the Madhurya Ras in Radha Krishna's pastime in his own heart. And he has come in this world to propagate. Yet Rupa Goswami took 17 years to compose Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. So if you want to understand the science of rasa, we have to study Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Similarly, if you want to understand Nam Ras, we have to study Shri Namashtaka. That's the point. Okay. Up till now, any questions anyone has? The explanation of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Any questions, any clarifications? Okay, so then we will continue. So we will start then the first verse today. I thought there is a commentary to this verse also, this invocation verse by Baldev version. There is not. So we will then start the uh, first verse today. Okay. The first verse. Now I'll recite this in a meter. I don't recollect what is the name of this meter, but I have practiced this. And as part of our study, everyone will, I'll share the slides, I'll share the mm, verses. You'll have to recite these verses. And these are the praise to Nam Prabhu. So before we start our chanting, we should offer prayers and begin our chanting. So I'll recite this first verse. Nikhil Shruti Mauli Rattamala Dviti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta Aimuktakulairupasymanam Paritastvam Harinam Samshayami Nikhilashrutimauliratnamala Dviti-nirajita-pada-pankajanta Aimuktakulairupasymanam Paritastvam Harinam Samshayami Nikhilashruti-mauliratnamala Dviti-nirajita-pada-pankajanta Aimuktakulairupasymanam Paritastvam Harinam Samshayami. Anyone would like to try to recite this verse? Raise your hands. Okay, one hand. Radha Jivan Prabhuji. Yes. No, no, no. We want the same meter what I was saying. Nikila Shruti Mauli Ratnamala Dviti Nirajita Paja Pankajanta Ai Mukta Kulairupasymanam Paritastvam Harinam Samshayami. Would you like to try? Yes. No, your audio is not working. There is some problem with the audio. Okay. Shrishti Gupta Mataji.
I'll just make a try, Prabhuji.
Yes, yes.
Nikhila Shruti Mauli Ratnamala Jyuti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta Ai Mukta Kulair Upasyamanam Paritasvam Harinama Samshrayami.
Excellent, excellent. Dviti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta. Pad it is. Not Pada. Pad Pankajanta.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Paritas Tvam. Here there is, Anuswar is there. Tvam. It should come from the Samshayami. Excellent, but very good. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else would like to try?
Should I try, Prabhuji?
Yes. Okay.
Nikhilasruti Mauliratnamala Duti Niranjita Padapankaja Janta Ai Mukta Kulera Upashya Mayanamam Paritaswam Hari Namasam Sriyami.
Yeah. So again, you'll have to work on the pronunciation. Nikila Shruti Mauli Ratnamala Dviti Nirajita it is. Nirajita Pada Pankajanta. Pankajanta it is here. And Ai Mukta Kulair Upasyamanam. Upasyamanam it is. Okay. So we need to work on the pronunciation also.
Hare Krishna.
1 second, let me mute, otherwise devotees are muting themselves. Abhay Ghaurang Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Nikhila Shruti Mauli Ratnamala Dyuti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta Ai Mukta Kule Rupasya Manam Paritastvam Harinam Samshrayami.
Excellent, excellent, very good. Only at one place there was still we need to work on, otherwise overall it was very good.
Where Guruji? Yes.
I think Nikhila Shruti Mauli Ratnamala Dviti Nirajita Pada Pankajam. Nirajita it is.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. Okay, we'll take two more. Swati Kulkarni Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Nikhil Shruti Mauli Ratnamala Diti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta Ai Mukta Kuler Upasyamanam Paritastvam Harinam Samshrayami. Hare Krishna,
Excellent.
Prabhuji.
Excellent. Okay. Excellent. Very good. Okay, one more last. Jagdishwar Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Nikhil Shruti Mauli Ratnamala Dyuti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta Ai Mukta Kule Rupasyamanam Paritastvam Harinama Samstrayami.
Excellent, excellent, very good. So now also I will just tell you the methodology on how to work on memorizing the shlokas. Basically, you have to also first write each of these syllables, aksharas in Sanskrit, basically, because in every book of Prabhupada at the backside it is there. And try to pronounce it very clearly and distinctly. And recite the first verse, that is the first line, which is called as Pada, Pada 1, very clearly and distinctly. Nikhila Shruti Mauli Ratnamala, Ma and La, Dirgh it is. So we have to work on that also. So recite this first time while seeing the verse and then close your eyes and 4 times more you recite this first line. It's total 5 times. And once you recite this with attention, it goes into your memory. Then Dviti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta. See this once and recite, and then with eyes closed, try to recite 5 times, 4 times. So total it is again 5 times. If you make a mistake, you will understand it. Then open your eyes and correct it. Otherwise, you'll feed the wrong input in your mind memory. After that, the first and the second line, you recite it 5 times. Then the third line 5 times, fourth line 5 times, third and fourth 5 times, and the entire verse 5 times. This takes not more than 3 minutes. But by doing this, and keep this card, and throughout the day you can, try to memorize. And if you forget, then just open the card and see it. So that's how you can uh, try to memorize these verses. And as you memorize at one level, at a deeper level, you'll have to reflect and contemplate on the meaning of the verse. Now here the Anvaya is there. Oh Harinam, Aye Harinam, the tips of the toes of your lotus feet. Pada Pankaja Anta. Pankaja Anta is become Pankajanta because of Sandhi. So here you can see that Harinam is a personality. He is a Prabhu and he has his lotus feet. The tips of your toes of your lotus feet are constantly being worshipped by the glowing radiance, Dviti Nirajita, emanating from the string of gems known as the Upanishads, the crown jewel of all the Vedas. Nikila Shruti. Shruti refers to the Vedas. Mauli Ratnamala. Mauli refers to the topmost. Shruti Mauli, of course, Baldev Devushan will explain. Shrutis are the four Vedas, but the head of the Vedas is the Upanishads. So the Upanishads, Shruti Mauli refers to the Upanishads. And these Upanishads are Ratnamala, the string of gems. So Shruti Mauli is the Upanishads, Ratnamala is the string of gems. And they are actually the crown. Mauli also means crown, and Mauli also means head, crown jewel of the Vedas. They are being worshipped by the glowing radiance. They are worshipping. So, who is glorifying Nam Prabhu? The head of the Vedas. They are glorifying. So, we as sadhaka should also glorify. You are eternally adored, upasyamanam, by the liberated souls such as Narad and Sukadev, Mukta Kule. So, the point here is that only a liberated soul can actually, relish Nam, and he can glorify Nam. But as sadhakas who are not at that platform, we should do this as a sadhana in order to get purified so that we can take Nam. O Harinam, Ai Harinam, I take complete shelter of you. Parita. Parita means complete. Tvam, you. Samshayami. Shrayami means to take shelter. Samshayami means complete shelter. Samyak Rupena Shrayami. I take complete shelter. And Parita means all round. So, a very beautiful translation is here, and we should now meditate on the translation. Now, here's a footnote. This is Srila Prabhupada's translation of the verse found in his purport to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya 471, which can be found in its entirety in Appendix 1, Srila Prabhupada on Namastaka, which we already discussed. Day before we discussed this verse translation also. Prabhupada quoted. We discussed the entire verse also. Prabhupada's commentary on Antya 471. Okay. Now we'll come to the commentary on this verse by Baldev Vidyabhushan. He Harinam Tvam Aham Parita Sarva Bhavena Samshayami. Now this you can see the transliteration is Sanskrit now. Although it is in English, but it is Sanskrit. He Harinam Tvam Aham, I take full shelter of you in every way. Sarva Bhavena Samshayami. He Harinam, O holy name of Hari, Tvam, your, I, Aham, Parita means I told you, in every way, Sarva Bhavena, Samshayami. I take full shelter. He's just giving the explanation of this verse now. Nikhila Shruti Maulaya Upanishadas. All chief Shrutis refer to the Upanishads. So, Nikhila Shruti Maulya. Mauli means the crown. So I was mentioning that how Shruti means the Vedas, the four Vedas, and Shruti Mauli refers to the crown jewel of the Vedas, which is the Upanishads, or it can refer to the head of the Vedas. The head of the Vedas is called as the Upanishads. Ta eva Ratnamalas. So this Shruti Mauli, that is the Upanishad, the Upanishads are compared to what? Jewels. They are themselves the jewels. Ta eva Ratnamala. Note, they refers to the Upanishads, which are themselves the jewel of the Shrutis. So, there is the Shrutis, the four Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sam, Atharva, and there is the Samhita portion, the Brahmana portion, the Aranyaka portion, and the Upanishads. There are these four divisions within the Vedas, each of the Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sam, Atharva. And the Upanishads within the Shrutis are compared to jewels. So that's why Ta Eva Ratnamalas. तासाम द्वितीबीर निराजित पाद पंकजयोर anto naka rupa sima. O holy name, the tips of those of whose lotus feet in the form of the nails of your lotus feet are worshipped by their radiance. Kindly meditate what this statement of Baldev Devushan is. Tasam dutibir. Tasam means those jewels which are there, which are the Upanishads. Tasam dutibir. Dutibir means radiance. Radiance. O holy name, the tips of whose lotus feet in the form of nails of your lotus feet. Nakarupa Sima. That means Nam Prabhu is a personality. He has lotus feet. And the Upanishads, which are the crown jewel of the Vedas or the head of the Vedas, they are not worshipping the lotus feet of Nam Prabhu. They are only worshipping the Nakarupa Sima. That is the glory of Nam Prabhu. They are only worshipping the Nakarupa Sima. Only the in the form of the nails of your lotus feet. Nakarupa Sima. Okay, note, their radiance means the radiance of the jewels of the Shrutis, that is the Upanishads. So the Upanishads are jewels and jewels radiate, and these jewels which are radiating are worshipping the tip toes of the lotus feet of Sri Nam Prabhu. Yaseti vachena saha abhedad idam bodham. This should be understood, bodham, in terms of the non-difference of the holy name and the person referred to by the holy name. So here, Baldev Bhushan is bringing out a siddhanta that the holy name is non-different from the person. Abhinnatvam nama nami. Because now he is already addressed as Prabhu. There is lotus feet. And there is no difference between name and the person. Actually, he is Nam Prabhu. And that's why when we address the holy name, we have to understand that we are addressing Nam Prabhu. He is a person. Yatra murti dhara kala iti smaranan murtinam nikhilanam shrutinam vedanam maulishu shirsu ya ratnamala stabir itya apare. Apare means others. Others understand this to mean itya apare. There is another scholars who understand this verse in a different way. What is that? Baldev Devashan saying, O holy name, the tip of whose lotus feet are worshipped by the radiance of jewels which are on the heads of all personified Vedas, in accordance with the Smriti text wherein reside the personified Vedas. Now again, this needs some explanation, and there is a footnote. The original text is Nikhila Shruti Mauli. The word Mauli can mean either chief or head. Correspondingly, Nikhila Shruti Mauli can mean chief Shrutis or the heads of the personified Shrutis. The head of the personified Shrutis. The head of the personified Shrutis are the Vedas, and the personified Shrutis are the Vedas, and their head is Upanishads. It's Upanishads. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 87th chapter, there is the prayers of the personified Vedas. So the personified Vedas offer prayers to the Supreme Lord. So that is a very beautiful chapter. So the personified Vedas are the Shrutis and their personalities. Even the personified Vedas are personalities, please remember. And they are heads. They are the Upanishads. They are the Upanishads. like in a company, there can be, the labor, the manager, and the head of the company, the boss. So the boss comes to worship the Lord. So the Upanishads, who are the head of the Shrutis, and the personified Vedas, that is the Vedas, the personified Vedas are the uh, Shrutis, and their head is Upanishads. So they are worshipping it. So that's the meaning here brought out. So both the meanings apply here, and both have the same understanding. But this is a little, you can say a more finer understanding given, another understanding given by Baldev Vidyabhushan. The previous sentence paraphrase the text in terms of the first meaning. And the first meaning is the crown jewel of the Vedas. This sentence paraphrases the text in terms of the second meaning. The second meaning is personified Vedas. The Smriti text wherein recite the personified Vedas is Srimad Bhagavatam 11:17:5. So in 11:17:5, there is, the mention description given, and I described the 10th canto 87th chapter where there is the personified Vedas. In the Smriti text also it is mentioned about this. Okay, further. Shrutayascha sarve Veda yat padam amnati ityadya. And the Shrutis are the ones such as all the Vedas glorify whose position in hymns. What are the Shrutis? Shrutis are the ones such as all the Vedas, amnati means the Vedas, glorify whose position in hymns. So they stuti, these are hymns, and they glorify. They glorify. Tatperenena pum artha bhavena tabi pratipadyate bhava. The implied meaning is that they do so having established his position as their final intent of description, as the highest goal of human existence. So this commentary, I'm sure it's a little difficult to figure out what was Baldev Vidyabhushan saying here, but definitely Bhaktivinoda Thakur will make it more simpler and clear. But the point what Baldev Vidyabhushan is making here is that the Vedas, or the crown jewel of Vedas, that is Upanishads, or the personified Vedas, are glorifying Nam. They are doing stuti of Nam. That means the ultimate goal, Prayojan, is one who's chanting the name. He has understood the essence of all Vedas. That is the point. That is the conclusion, Tatparya, he's saying. And Prabhupada in his commentary to 2.5 in the Bhagavad Gita, 2.5 in the Bhagavad Gita, he says the highest Vedantist is one who offenselessly chants the holy name. Please remember, Prabhupada is saying offenselessly chants the holy name. So the essence of the Vedanta, conclusion of the Vedas, is to chant the holy name offenselessly. So there is study of the Vedanta in the form of Brahma Sutras or the Vedanta Sutra, but the highest Vedantist is one who chants the holy names offenselessly. So that is the point being made. This is the final intent. The highest goal of human existence is to chant the holy name. And that's why yesterday we saw Prabhupada quoting in his Chaitanya Charitamrita commentary that Devahuti's prayer, one who is a Sopach also, if on his Jivagre, if he is chanting the holy name, that means he has studied all the Vedas, he has taken bath in all the holy rivers, he has studied everything, he has completed all the rituals. So this is the highest goal. The highest goal of the Vedas is to chant the holy name, especially the offenseless chanting of the holy name. That is the point being made. So that is how he brings the Tatparya and the conclusion. Tvam kim bhutam ityaha. I take full shelter of you, but what is your nature? Kim bhutam. Bhutam means bhuta. Bhuta means Existence, bhuta means nature. What is your nature? What is your nature? Now, Baldev Devashan is himself putting a question and he's going to answer it. So, this is how Acharyas write commentary. They themselves pose question and then give answer, and that brings the philosophical thread of discussion in the commentary or in the verse by verse commentary also. Mukta kuler apyupasyamanamiti. He states that you are worshipped even by the liberated souls. So here, what is the nature? Your nature is that even liberated souls like Narad and Sukdev worship you. Note, it appears that the version of Namastaka commented by Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan Prabhu, Had api instead of I is there. So instead of I Mukta Kuler, there is Had api. So there can be different versions. But in Baldev Vidyabhushan's commentary, there is Had api. But both are having the same meaning, so it doesn't matter. So even the liberated souls, worship you. Srila Prabhupada, in his commentary to Nigamakalpataror Ghalitam Phalam, Sukhamukad Amrit Dravya Samhitam, Pipata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam, Muhur Aho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavaka. Prabhupada says that Krishna Katha and chanting of the holy names is especially relishable to liberated souls. It's meant for liberated souls, the Bhagavatam. But it is especially meant for conditioned souls who can become free from conditioning and ultimately attain that state. So the liberated souls take pleasure in glorifying the holy name. That's the point being made here. Etad sama gayan aste nivritta tarsher upagiyamanat. He states this on the basis of Shruti and Smriti text, such as he sings this Sama hymn. Glorification of the Lord activities sung by those released from material thirst. So Nivritta Tarshir is a Smriti text because this is there in the Bhagavatam. Prabhupada also quotes in his commentary, we saw that. And this is Parikshit in the 10th canto speaking this verse. Those who are free from material desires, that means those who are liberated, are glorifying, uh, the Lord's pastimes. Eta Sama Gayanaste. So glorification is Samveda. So that's why Samagayan Aste. He sings this Sama hymn. Okay. Now, Baldev Devotion quotes this, Smriti text. Etan nirvidyamananam ichtam akuto vayam yoginam ripa nirnitam hare namanukirtanam. O King, Ripa, this constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord, Hare Namanukirtanam, after the ways of great authorities, Nirnitam, it is already concluded by great authorities, is the doubtless and fearless way success for all. Akutobayam, including those who are free from all material desires. Etan nirvidyamananam, those who are desirous of all material enjoyment. Ichatam, and those who are self-satisfied by dint of transcendental knowledge. Yogis, yogina, those who want to also attain liberation. Note, he sings this Sama hymn, appears in Taittiriya Upanishads 3.10.5. So, he sings this Sama hymn, Etat Sama Gayan Aste, is a Taittiriya Upanishads quotation. So, Baldev Vidyabhushan is quoting a scriptural reference from the Shruti, that is the Taittiriya Upanishads, and from a Smriti, that is the Srimad Bhagavatam, Nirvritta Tirshir Upagiyamana. And this is the second quotation he's giving. It describes the status of a person after his liberation from material existence. So I was mentioning this point that once one is liberated, then he is glorifying the Lord. So the Taittiriya Upanishad is mentioning that it is especially relishable. Bhagavatam is especially relishable for liberated souls, Prabhupada says. But it is specifically meant for conditioned souls so that they can come out of their conditioning. He glorifies the Supreme Lord after final revelation for material existence. This is all the footnote regarding that Taittiriya Upanishad's verse. Glorification of the Lord's activities sung by those released from material thirst appears in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.1.4. Parikshit Maharaj speaks this. The final text is Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.11. So this quotation is 2.1.11. Harer Namanu Kirtanam. So this is the conclusion of the Bhagavatam. Right in the discussion between Parikshit and Sukhdev Goswami, while answering the questions of Parikshit, he establishes the conclusion, but then further he starts discussing how to attain liberation by Ashtanga Yoga and so many other things. But he concludes this in 2.1.11, and this is Nirnitam. All the great authorities have concluded. That is Hare Namanu Kirtanam. इत्य आदि श्रुति स्मृतिभ्य योगिनां भगवत योग भाजां मुक्तानाम इत्य अर्थ. Yogis in this verse refers to those in communion with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is, those who are liberated. So the yogis is in that verse 2.1.11. So he is giving the meaning. Who is a yogi? The yogi is one who is directly in communion with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That means those who are liberated. Note, in other words, constant chanting of the holy names of the Lord is recommended for those in material existence with material desires, those in material existence without material desires, and those liberated from material existence. The akama, which is the pure devotees, the sakama, which filled with material desires, but they are practicing devotees, and mokshakam, those who are also free from, who have the desire for liberation or the mukta. Or for all it is applicable. He Harinam Nikhil Vedera Shiro Bhushana Ratnamala Swarupa Upanishad Sakala Sviya Kirana Dwara Tomara Pada. Okay, this is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's explanation. We have finished now the explanation of Baldev Vidyabhushan. Any questions on this? Baldev Vidyabhushan's explanation. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll take only these 3 questions. Yes, Priya Mataji.
Prabhuji, what we discuss now, is it similar or is it relative to the Bhagavatam second canto shloka, Sarva Kama Kama Moksha?
Kama Sarva Kama Moksha Kama Udaradi, that was you're speaking.
Yes. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena.
Yes. There it is mentioning that whether one is full of material desires, or he is having no material desire, or one who is having the desire for liberation, he should practice Shuddha Bhakti. But the point here, what Baldev Bijabhushan is making is that constant chanting is recommended for all these 3 categories. All these 3 categories should take to Shuddha Bhakti. So it is, yes, the similar thing is being recommended. Or you can say that even those who are aspiring for liberation, they chant the holy names. Those who are pure devotees, they are constantly chanting the holy names. And those with material desires also, they, in order to get purified, they also have to constantly chant the holy names. Yes, definitely it is referring to that verse 2 to 10, I think. Akama Sarva Kama Moksha Kama Dharadi. Yes. Swati Kulkarni Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. My question is, can you please explain the difference between Shruti and Smriti?
The Shruti technically refers to the 4 Vedas, Rig, Yajur, Sama, and Atharva. And the Smriti is the Puranas, Itihasas, and the Pancharatras. This is the division. If you study in the basic Bhakti Shastri, all this discussion is there. So the Shruti are all mantras, and they are eternal. and they manifest to the four mouths of the Brahma by the breathing. Actually, it is the breathing of Narayan only. And the Shrutis don't change. That's why they are called as mantras. Every time the creation happens, the four Vedas in the form of Rig, Yajur, Sam, Atharva, these mantras come forth from Brahma's four mouths, and these are Vedic texts for self-realization. But the Smritis are based on the Shruti, compiled by great acharyas, their realizations. They explain the Shruti itself by realized souls, but they are also again eternal. We should remember that. So that's the difference. The four Vedas are the Shruti, and the Puranas, Itihasas, and the Pancharatra are the Smriti. That's in brief. We cannot go into detail about the whole classification of Shruti and Smritis, but I hope it's clear. Kalindini Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Panchang Pranam. Prabhuji, what is the meaning of Nikhil?
Nikhila.
Nikhil
Nikhila Shruti
Nikhila.
Maulya Ratnamala. I really don't know. I'll have to figure out,
Okay.
find out.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Any other questions anyone has? Okay, so we will take up the commentary or the explanation by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in our next class. Today we completed the discussion on Baldev Devotion's commentary on the first verse. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Namashtaka ki jai. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai. Hare Krishna.